Good morning. It's a deliriously dark. I don't think deliriously. It's a devilishly dark. I don't know. It's dark and it's gloomy at 7:43. And Penelope, you can't see because of her big old head. She's wearing her pumpkin vest, which is soaking wet, to go to the vet to have her teeth cleaned. Also, I'm glad I spent so much time straightening my hair last night because I walked her and the top is straight and the bottom has curled up from the rain. But if I'm going to be out walking a dog, I don't like carrying an umbrella because I have a leash, and then I like to have a hand free, you know, gotta be hands free in case you have to suddenly pick up your dog or do something, pick up something else, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we're taking Penelope to the vet to get her teeth cleaned, and you would know that she woke up hungry this morning, and she's not allowed to have anything to eat or drink after midnight. After midnight. Is there ever going to be a time that I say after midnight and don't immediately break into a song? Probably not. No. Anywho, you would know that she would wake up hungry, and I had to chase her all over the house before we went to actually walk and do her business, because I think she was on the hunt for a treat that she probably left somewhere, because she is really good about hiding her treats so that she has one at all times available. Okay, we're getting close to the vet. It's just up there a piece, so I'll let y'all go for now. I'm sure she's gonna do fine. Today's Monday. You'll see this on Tuesday, and I'm sure she's gonna do just fine, but I hate it nonetheless, or none the more, or forevermore, nevermore, evermore. I don't know. I'm delirious. Deliriously thirsty is what I am. I don't know why I'm thirsty, because I could drink water this morning, but she couldn't. But I'm the one that's thirsty. Anyway, I'm here. I'll be back. Okay. She didn't want to go. They put the leash around her, and she wouldn't walk, and I had to follow her down the hall, and then she pretty much was starting to have to drag her, so she just bent over and picked her up, because Penny, she didn't want to go, you know? She's like, I don't know these people, Mommy! Anyway, I go in there, and I'm signing the papers, you know, for them to put her to sleep, and a good number for them to call when she's ready, and blah, blah, blah. And she tells this young man that's working in there, she said, you need to go move your car. Just grab an umbrella and go move it, because you can't park right in front of the building, because that's where our patients, whatever, I forgot what word she used, park when they're dropping off dogs, and you need to move. And so he goes outside, and she was like, are you not going to grab an umbrella? And he just keeps going, right? And she said, I don't understand. She said, I asked him, why did you park right in front of the building? And I said, well, duh, he didn't want to get wet. And she said, it's worse than that. I said, what? She said, he didn't want to get his shoes wet. I said, well, I didn't either. I didn't really want to get my shoes wet either. But, you know, it's raining, so you gotta get your shoes wet, okay? They're in like a shopping center type thing, so you're not like literally at the door. You have to get out and then walk across this long sidewalk type thing. So, yeah, you're kind of in the rain for a few seconds. I mean, come on, not really that long. Okay, I'm going home now, and I hope to get a lot of cleaning done that normally I can't do because Penny is up my butt. Yeah, she is up my butt. So I'm going to do that, and then we'll be back when we come get her, okay? Hello. We're home. Penelope's laying over there asleep on all the blankets and pillows and everything, and her toys. Everything's just piled up right there. because I vacuumed and I threw everything on the couch. But anyway, she's doing fine. She had to have more teeth pulled. The Shih Tzus. If you ever want to get a dog, I highly recommend you look into all the things, because the vet said, oh, Shih Tzus are known for not having good teeth. Well, I didn't know that. I mean, I didn't really have a choice anyway, because, you know, she was my mom's and I took her in, and I wouldn't trade her for nothing in the world, but I sure didn't know they had teeth troubles. But she's fine. She's got some pain meds to take this week, and I'm sure she'll be just fine. Anyway, I gotta tell y'all this kind of funny story. So, my neighbor, Tommy, sent me a message, a picture of a paw print on her driveway. And I don't know, this was like on, I'm gonna say on Friday or whatever, Thursday or Friday. So then I go walking down there yesterday, and I turn in on her driveway, and there is this paw print. It is a single paw print. It is not near the grass on either side. It is not near the road. It's about, I don't know, 3 feet off the road and kind of in the center. And 3 days later, the paw print is still there. And I said, so I texted Tommy, and I said, the paw print is still on your driveway. Did it walk through paint? LOL. Because why would it still be there 3 days later? And it's one paw print. I keep getting text messages over and over. I mean, from different people, but everybody's texting me at the same time. Anyway, she said, I don't know, it's weird. And I said, it is. And she said, and it's just one. And I was like, I know, that's what's so weird about it. I mean, okay, so when she sent me the pic, I thought that maybe a paw was wet from walking through wet grass, even though we really haven't had any rain to speak of until today. But I didn't realize it was only one paw print. And then when it was there 3 days later, I knew it wasn't just wet from, you know, walking through dewy grass or something. So anyway, I said a one-legged coyote shouldn't be hard to spot. LOL. And then she wrote back, ghost. And I said a peg leg coyote ghost. And then she writes back with an eye patch. And I said, of course. And then she wrote back, and mange. And I said, and he can't scratch with one leg. He won't have a leg to stand on. She said, but he could lean on something or lie down and wallow around. If he's a ghost, he'll have supernatural powers. And I was like, true that. So anyway, it just kind of turned into this funny thing of this really weird peg-legged, one-eyed, purple people eater coyote ghost. Yeah. So I will be interested to see if, after all the rain we got today, if the paw print is still there. But isn't that weird? One paw print all by itself. I Google lensed the image she sent me, and it came up and said coyote or bobcat. I am fairly certain we don't have bobcats in this neighborhood, so I'm going with coyote. And she said it was like 3 inches in diameter. So that's pretty dang big. Yeah. A one-legged, peg-legged, eye patch wearing, mange carrying, ghostly coyote. So I go to ChatGPT today when I'm thinking about making this video, and I asked ChatGPT to, let me clear these because now the second text are going to start coming in. You know, reminder texts. Yeah. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. So I asked ChatGPT to create for me a coyote upright with a peg leg and an eye patch. I forgot about the ghost part. Y'all, it sends me back an image of a coyote upright. It had both its legs, hind legs, and a peg leg. A peg leg in the center. It had on a patch. I was like, no. Remove one of the legs for the peg leg. So, I write back to whoever this artificial intelligence is on ChatGPT, and then it sends me back. Now the coyote's back on all fours, but it's missing its front leg and has a peg leg, but it still had the eye patch. And I was like, you know what, I give up. But when it put that peg leg in the middle and it still had both legs, I was cracking up. But I'm going to put them in for you to look at because I thought it was hilarious. Anyway, other than that, I did clean all day, and I got in a fight with my rug in the hallway, the runner. I haven't had it that long, and I've got this broom that's got like rubber bristles on it, and I've been using that to go over it, but I had to clean it because somebody may have on the rug, and then anyway, I decided to use my vacuum. I could not push the vacuum cleaner on that rug. I don't know what kind of weird pile it is on that little rug, but I had to go buy a new one. So I told the girl at the at-home store about it. She said, I've had a rug like that, and you could not push a vacuum cleaner on it. You certainly couldn't pull it, but it took everything I had to push the vacuum cleaner the length of that rug. And I was like, you know what? I can't deal with this. I cannot deal with this. So I went and bought another one. And I said, I hope this one doesn't do it. And she said, I have one like this, and I don't think it will. But if it does, you got 90 days to return it. I said, okay, I'll try to vacuum it then, because this is ridiculous. Ridiculous. You have to be able to vacuum a rug. Goodness. Ugh. Anyway, that's it for this one. I hope you enjoyed it. Remember, I love you. Penny loves you, even though she's sleeping. Jesus loves you. We hope he's coming back soon, because people do be crazy. And I'll talk to you on the next one, okay? Toodles, my noodles, and stay silly.